Hello, my name is Jade Knight. I'm an ICF certified life coach and I am documenting my journey of setting up a business for the first time and all the highs and lows and everything else in between that go with it. I wanted to take a moment today to talk about how odd this journey has been, because everything that I thought was going to happen in the way that I thought it was going to happen hasn't been that. Sometimes going with what feels right is the best thing to do in that moment. A lot of the times where I was like, right, I need to work on my contract, I would just feel this massive friction with it. It's like, right, I need to take this next step, but my leg will not move. And then I'll look at something else. So the latest example is my website. I had no intention of building a website. I was like, right, no, people can send me an email and then we'll just like pick it up from there. A website wasn't on my agenda, but one day it was like, I need a website. This is something that just felt so right to me in the moment. So I looked around. Bear in mind, I've looked into websites before, didn't find anything that I liked. Like no web designers or anything that I was like, you know what, this inspires me. This makes me excited to build a website. But this one time that I was like, you know what, and I need to build a website. That feels like the right thing. I don't need to worry about all the documents. I need to do a website. And I found, literally Google search, found this website designer I've never stumbled across before. Her page just gave me so much inspiration and it was so like aesthetic and funny and quirky and personal that it just made me go, yes, this is it. So I sent an inquiry and I've got the pleasure of formally working with her from the 10th of February 2025, which I'm really, really looking forward to. The most surprising thing about this whole experience though is how things have connected. So over the course of the last, I want to say 6 months, where I've been a bit more focused on setting up the business, I've really struggled to identify who my target audience is, who it is that I want to reach out to, how I want to present my services, what sort of packages I want to offer. Just like the kind of nitty gritty of, I want to be a coach for this type of person who have experienced this or have the intention of. I've never been able to make that connection in a very specific way. It's always been, well, I just want like to help people who feel like they just want to make a change in their life and they're just like a little bit restless. Whereas now that I've gone through all the kind of prep work that I need to do from the website, I'm now confident on my tagline. I am confident on who I'm trying to target. I'm confident as to what messaging that I want to send out into the world. The reason why I'm telling you all this is because there are times in life, in pursuing the dreams that you have, where you are going to be met with friction. You are going to have your head telling you one thing of, we need to do this strategically, we need to take this next step to be able to get to the next place. But sometimes your heart and your intuition really comes into place, and your way of your head is saying, we need to do this to move forward. The reality is your heart's going, actually, that's not what we need to do. Your intuition's telling you this isn't the right time. This is gonna happen, but it's not gonna happen now. What actually needs to happen is this thing that you've got a really good feeling about. And it's really interesting to see how that slight course correction can detour you straight back into where your head was at months ago. And because you've taken that course direction, you've gained more insights, you've gained more knowledge, you've gained more passion. So when you get back to this headspace item that you need to work on to be able to move forward, it's going to be so much more energized, so much more personal, so much more compatible with the overall vision that you're moving towards. I just find this, it's happened to me so many times throughout this whole course of like a year and a half, well, coming up to 2 years. And it never fails to amaze me how crazy intuition is, how crazy random opportunities that appear or random like good feelings can really shape your future in a way that you never imagined and that you never would have achieved if you just kept your blinders on and kept sticking to the course that you think you need to go down. So if you are currently experiencing that resistance, you're like, right, I need to do this, but for some reason I can't take that first step. Take a moment, look around. Think about what else you need to do. And if there is something that gives you that it feels right, this is it, I need to do this, take a step towards it. And worst comes worse, you've done something that energized you in the moment. You've done something that made your heart happy. And if that doesn't connect back to where your head was at, where your blinders were telling you to go, then circle back. If you still feel after going through that, if this is where you need to be, and this is the next step to move you forward, circle back, go back to it. But you've taken a moment to energize, you've taken a moment to stop and not be so focused on the path that you think you need to be going down. You've taken a little detour, and if you need to go back to that path, great, but you might find that there's another path that is gonna do so much more for you than the path that you originally thought you were on. Give it a shot. But you're exactly where you need to be, and no matter what step you take forward, as long as you have your end goal in mind and your focus is to move yourself forward to achieve this overall goal, take the step and enjoy the journey, because it can be so stressful if you put too much mind into it. Take the highs, take the lows, and find enjoyment in the things that energize you. If you've got any thoughts or you'd like to share what you're going through at the moment, by all means post it in the comments, or you can reach out to me on my LinkedIn, which I should have linked in my bio. So until then, I will see you in the next video.